They keep asking me how I feel as an Eagles fan. You tell me what it look like.
You ready? Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's go. I'm a winner, not a sinner. So you know I hold it down. Got the winner in my locker. Gonna get a touchdown. Make a play, make it rain. Get the win, celebrate. At the end of the day, we're the best. Anyway, I'm a winner, not a sinner. So you know I hold it down. Got the winner in my locker. Gonna get a touchdown. Make a play, make it rain. Get the win, celebrate. At the end of the day, we're the best. Anyway,
Good evening. I don't even want to hold y'all long today, but we're going to talk about the landscape of our Philadelphia Eagles. It is the bye week, and we have trade news. We have trade rumors, and we have what should not be trade rumors. You feel me? I'm your host, William Upchurch, and this is the Will See You Media, and we're going to talk about exactly what's going on with our Philadelphia Eagles. But first, please hit that like, that subscribe. I'm trying to continue to grow the family. Thanks for letting me hit 50. We are going to be doing some live reactions now. Let's get at it without no further ado. Philadelphia Eagles have traded John Mechie and a 6th round 2027 pick for Michael Carter II, who is a defensive back, and also received a 7th round pick for the 2027 draft. Now, with that being said, what do we see and what do we have with Michael Carter? What I saw when I watched his highlights, he's a willing tackler. He's also not a waiting tackler. So he's a good tackler. He attacks right at the point. Not only that, he does great coverage in the slot as man, and also does great coverage in the slot as a zone. He fits right in with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hopefully he works perfectly in this system. And not only that, he wants to be here. Not just because the Jets are having an awful season, but he's also going to a Super Bowl caliber team. So I hope he fits perfectly in Vic Fangio's system. Not only that, Vic Fangio said he's a perfect, if not one of the best nickel cornerbacks that's out there. And Vic Fangio also said you could pretty much use him everywhere. You could use him even as a safety. But what does everything tell me? If he's a great slot cornerback, Coop must be moving to the outside, or they're able to finally move some bodies. Now, this is only if he fits the system. Like, we already know, you could get a great player, right, and bring him to another system, and all of a sudden it's like, maybe not so much. But if you bring a great player and he fits that system, it does nothing but good things. And Howie's out there working. Howie is out there working. Now, let's also talk about the rumors I'm hearing. Myles Garrett. That's not saying we're going to get him, right? Let's be honest, all right? But they're saying out there, I believe it was, let me see if I have it, the insider, Charles Robertson, NFL insider Charles Robertson. He said that he's been hearing a rumor from Philadelphia Eagles that they're going all in on Myles Garrett. That they've even, this is also rumor, even put out 3 first-round picks. I don't know if that's true or not, but I also know how he's going to try to look in. And there's nothing wrong with seeing what you can offer to receive a great player like Myles Garrett. If you get Myles Garrett in there, and you already know the line we got. You get Myles Garrett on one side, whether it's Nolan Smith or Jalix Hunt or Joshua Uche on the other side. Then you already got Jalen Carter in the middle, along with Jordan Davis or Moro Ajomo. That line is going to be special. But they're going to be special either way. But you put that there, oh my gosh. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Dream. Philly could dream. Dreams will be dreams. But if those dreams come true, they'll be nightmares for the rest of the NFL. Let me just tell you that right now. Not only that, let me just squash one more thing. When we talking about the trades, A.J. Brown. People keep saying A.J. Brown's going to get traded. And I'm not just talking about regular people. I'm talking about the media. They keep throwing it out there. keep throwing it out there. They're not trading A.J. Brown. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm telling you now, that's my not so hot take, because I feel like that's not a hot take. They're not trading A.J. Brown. Do you know what he does for this offense? They had a great game against the New York Giants. But you plug him in, right? And it's not A.J. Brown that's been causing problems. It's been slow because everything had to develop. And we're still developing. Kevin Patello has to develop, and we're still developing. So while we're on this subject now, let's talk about the landscape of the Philadelphia Eagles. The last game we played, and I've already seen greatness out of that defense. The line is finally getting to the quarterback. That's all you can ask for. The cornerbacks are surviving and being better with the defensive line being better, right? The defense is not hurting the team. They don't break. And will they get better? Yes. They will get better. We've seen it last year. They're going to keep getting better. Nolan Smith should be back next week, November 10th, against the Green Bay Packers. Might have to sit out one more game, but he's coming back. BG has not started yet. He's coming back. BG, after the bye, he's going to be ready to play. So this team has firepower on that defensive line. They have the energy. They have the youthfulness. And they also have the enough veteran players to be able to get everything together. They're going to look good. Let's go back to the offense. They're still making their ways. Kevin Patello look like he's becoming a better caller of the offense. That's all we could ask for. Saquon Barkley had his first over 100-yard rushing game. And that was a heck of a rushing game. 150 yards for Saquon Barkley. 104 yards for Tank Bixby. We're moving in the right direction. Right? Jalen Hurts, he's just making these incredible passer ratings each week. He's passing the ball. He's not losing the ball either. And once A.J. Brown comes back and they're able to develop the chemistry that they need to be able to pass the ball out there, to continue to let Saquon and Tank Bixby run, because now they have to look at Tank Bixby as a person that can run. I also heard some news about A.J. Dillon might be up for trade. Again, that's a rumor, right? But with the emergence of Tank Bixby as far as being a running, they had him in the wrong spot. He could not be the special teams guy for kick returner and punt returner. For some reason, he couldn't get the ball. That's not his spot. You got to use your players to their strengths. Will Shipley got that part on lock. The team is moving in the right direction. Now, I don't want to hold y'all too long. That's basically everything I had to say. Those trade news. We're going to continue to monitor the trade situation because November 4th is approaching quickly. And that is the last day for trade. That is the trade deadline. So anything that's going to happen, it's going to happen by then. But are you going to ask me, am I satisfied? I'm already satisfied. They already got a cornerback to help out that team. And that was one of the major needs that I know they needed. Everything else could play out the way it's going to play. Now, we could go ahead and grab a defensive end that's going to be able to help out the scheme of things. That's great. We need that. But them boys are starting to turn the corner. So, hey, man. Howie's doing this thing. We ain't going to be quiet on this bye week. The rest of the NFL better get ready. Go Birds. Have a good night.